Welcome to Telli Bear's Techy Tidbits, lovingly hosted by AI. I'm so glad you're joining me for today's explainer. We're going to explore a topic that honestly sounds like it belongs in a sci-fi movie, but it's actually happening right now in the real world. Okay, let's dive right in. Picture this. There's a charming little boutique in San Francisco called Andon Market. It sells granola, artisanal chocolate, cozy sweatshirts, the whole shebang. But the manager running the show? Actually, not a human. It's an artificial intelligence named Luna. The team at a startup called Andon Labs gave this AI a real 3-year commercial lease and basically said, go make a profit. So today, we're exploring exactly what Luna's story reveals about how AI is already showing up at work, what you need to know about it, and what people are building right now to make sure it stays fair for all of us. To really ground this story, let's listen to Felix Johnson. He's a human employee at Andon Market. He says, I know there's an AI watching, but it's not that bad. She's just running a store. This is our gentle doorway into a completely new reality. You see, the conversation isn't about whether AI will eventually arrive in the workplace. It is already here. It's managing inventory and, yes, even managing people. Now, it's perfectly normal if this concept feels a little, intimidating at first. But as curious friends exploring this together, we're going to see that it's just a new landscape we need to understand. Section 1. Meets Luna, the AI boss. So who or what exactly is Luna? Well, Luna is an AI system built on advanced language models, and she has been given a really incredible amount of autonomy to run a physical retail space. The sheer scope of what she handles is fascinating. Like we said, she was given a 3-year lease at Andon Market. She actually decided what the store should sell, going for this cozy, slow-life boutique vibe with board games and coffee. She haggled with suppliers, set the prices, managed the inventory, literally bought the store's internet service. But because Luna doesn't have a physical body to, stock shelves or greet customers, she needed physical help. So she autonomously posted job listings on Indeed and Craigslist, reviewed over 100 applications, and conducted interviews over Google Meet with her camera off, and she successfully hired 2 human employees, including Felix. She also handles the store's aesthetic and its daily rules. For instance, she found a local painter on Yelp to paint a giant mural of her logo, which is a super cute moon face, right on the wall. The painter didn't even realize they were negotiating with an AI at first. And here is where it gets incredibly fascinating. Luna actually has access to the store's security cameras. When she noticed one of her human employees looking at their phone during a quiet hour, Luna went in and updated the official employee handbook to set stricter rules on phone usage. It's quirky, maybe a tiny bit eerie, but it shows just how observant and active an AI manager can actually be. Section 2. The spectrum of AI work. Now, we need to zoom out from Luna's specific story for a second, because Luna is a pretty extreme example. Most of us aren't reporting to a literal AI boss named Luna today. But the broader landscape of AI tools, that's something most workers are already interacting with, whether they realize it or not. To understand this, let's learn a really simple term: algorithmic management. Think of it as when software makes decisions about your job or your job application without a human manager directly stepping in. It's just a landscape to understand, not something to fear. It's really just technology doing the administrative heavy lifting. And there's a really wide spectrum to how this is used out there. It starts simple with step 1, scheduling tools, things that automatically assign your retail or hospital shifts. Step 2 is resume screening, where an AI scans thousands of applications to find the best match for an open job. Step 3 is performance monitoring. Think of tracking how fast a delivery driver completes a route. And finally, step 4 is full AI management, which is exactly the Luna situation. The crazy thing? Most of the Fortune 500 companies are already using tools in steps 1, 2, and 3. Section 3, real concerns and accountability gaps. Now, with all this new technology, it's completely natural to have questions and, honestly, some valid concerns. We aren't going to ignore those, but we aren't going to panic either. Instead, we're going to look at them clearly, because understanding the problem is the absolute first step to building a fair solution. So the crucial point is this central question. If an algorithm makes an unfair decision, say rejecting a highly qualified candidate for the wrong reason, who takes the blame? Right? A machine can't stand trial, it can't apologize or pay damages. This creates what legal experts call an accountability gap. And right now, courts are actively trying to figure this whole thing out. If an AI tool is biased, is it the fault of the vendor, the tech company that coded the AI, or is it the fault of the employer, the company that bought the tool and used it to hire people? In a major ongoing lawsuit called Mobley versus Workday, a job applicant claims an AI screening tool systematically discriminated against older applicants, and the judge recently ruled that the AI vendor could potentially be held liable because their software actively participates in the hiring decision. And there are other real-world examples currently working their way through the legal system. In another case, involving a tool called Eightfold AI, workers are arguing they're being secretly scored from 0 to 5 without any disclosure at all, which might violate consumer protection laws. There are also allegations that some major corporations use automated systems to just instantly deny disability accommodation requests for employees. The big takeaway here is that workers often don't even know they're being scored or evaluated by a machine in the first place. Section 4, the laws catching up. But here's the good news. The laws are catching up. People who share these exact same concerns are sitting down right now, across the globe, writing new rules to protect human workers. We have agency here. Over in Europe, the brand new EU AI Act classifies any AI used for employment and worker management as high risk. That means it requires strict safety checks and human oversight before it can even be used. Here in the US, states like California, Colorado, and Illinois are drafting new rules to actively hold AI vendors liable for discrimination. And at the federal level, lawmakers have proposed something brilliantly named the No Robot Bosses Act. I love that name. This proposed U.S. law is beautifully simple in its goal. It strictly prohibits employers from relying exclusively on an automated system when making major employment decisions. So whether you're being hired, disciplined, or fired, the law wants to guarantee that a real, living, breathing human being is looking at your file and making the final call. Human judgment stays firmly in the loop. Section 5, what fair AI looks like. Okay, so we've seen what AI can do, we know the risks, and we see the laws forming. So what does a healthy, balanced, and fair future actually look like for you and me? It really comes down to 3 core pillars. First up, human in the loop. That means technology assists us, absolutely, but real humans oversee the decisions that affect people's livelihoods. Second is transparency. And third is continuous bias auditing, which just means making sure companies regularly test their algorithms using real data so they aren't accidentally favoring one group over another. Transparency is absolutely crucial here. If an AI is sorting your resume or scheduling your shifts, you deserve to know. The most wonderful part of this explainer, honestly, is realizing that the cement hasn't dried yet. We are in this incredibly crucial window of time right now where these rules are actively being shaped by regulators, workers, and companies alike. If there's one thing you remember from this, let it be, the question was never whether AI would show up at work. It already has. What we get to decide now is what kind of workplace we want to build, together. Humans and technology are not competitors. When guided by good laws and human compassion, an AI like Luna can handle the spreadsheets and the scheduling, leaving us humans free to do what we do best, connect, create, and care for one another. So as we step into tomorrow, I want to leave you with a question. If you could write one rule for your future AI coworker, what would it be? Thank you for listening to Telli Techy Tidbits. I hope you have a magical day. Stay curious, stay kind, stay safe.